I believe it is safe to say that none of us reach our full potential here on this earth. I don't care where we are, what we're doing, uh, what job we have. If you are a chief of surgery in a major metropolitan hospital, or you're a prime minister, or the president of the United States, I still don't think we reach our full, complete potential. But don't get bummed. That's okay. I remember a study from years ago that the average person uses less than like a quarter of their brain's potential. Less than a quarter. We just don't do it. We just don't use it. We do not take advantage of all the gifts that we have. It is such a pretty day out here today. It's beautiful. It's almost September, prettiest month of the year, June and September. But I was talking to a friend not too long ago, and he has a pretty exciting job, or an important job, I guess. More, there's more to his job than he has. One of those jobs that I don't even really understand what he does. He something they merge. It's an international company, and they merge with other companies, and I don't know. It's media production, media consulting, that type of a job. So it's a pretty glamorous job. He travels all over the world. I see pictures. He posts them, shares them, of him going here, going there, doing this, doing that. Like I said, stuff I don't understand. But he was telling me the other day that he's bored with his life and where he is and what he's doing. He does not believe he reached his potential. When he was younger, he could have went to an Ivy League school. He did not pursue that, but what he realizes now, he could have went to this Ivy League school. He did not pursue it at the time because he did not believe it was financially possible or academically. He was smart enough, but he thought at the time competition was too fierce, and he did not go after it. He did not pursue it. And now he regrets that. He regrets that he did not do it. He knows people that graduated, and he works with these people who graduated from this Ivy League school that he did not pursue. And so now it's too late. I know a lot of jobs, a lot of schools, community college, even state colleges. You can't go back to school when you're 40. Not an Ivy League. Yeah, they do not. They don't accept you. And then, of course, you can forget scholarships and grants and all that. If you're 40, you're not getting that. But now he feels unfulfilled. He did not pursue it when he had the chance. That ship has sailed. He cannot go back there. So he's bored with his life, and he's disappointed in himself, kind of torturing himself over it, that he did not go after this dream. And where would his life be had he done that? Had he gone after that degree, went to that school? I think we all deal with that. If only I would have made a different choice. If only I hadn't married that guy and made those choices, my life went down a certain path because of a choice I made when I was 18. If only I hadn't met that person. If only I hadn't moved when I did. Or if I had moved sooner, where would my life be? And I'll bet you, wherever you are right now, you can think of an example. I have several of them in my life, that if you would have done something differently, made a different choice, a different decision, and it could be as simple as turning right instead of turning left, how, what would my life look like now if I had not made that decision? If I had not gone this way instead of going that way? I think we all face that. We all deal with it. Personally, I published my first book. It has been 20 years, long time, since my first book was published by a traditional publisher. And that book is still for sale, and I still sell. It still is a really a good seller for me. It's still really, I love that story. First one, 20 years ago. It has been 20 years. The other day, I'm in this group on Facebook of writers and marketers, and a man made the example of how much money he has earned since January 1st until August 1st. Wow. And he's only been writing for, it wasn't very long. I would say less than 5 years. And I can't remember all the details that he gave, but it's less than 5 years that he's been writing. He's made since January 1st of this year, the first 8 months of this year, he has made, by US dollars, he has made over $100,000 with his books. Just since January. 8 months time, he's made $100,000. Wow. And he hasn't been writing that long. So of course, he gave a little bit of information about what he's doing, but it's totally doable. It's not like, yeah, but he stands on his head for 4 hours a day and he does this, he doesn't have a family, and he just sits in a cave and writes. And no, he's just a normal guy. Anyway, I compare myself to those kind of people because it's been for me 20 years since I published my first book. I have not made $100,000 this year. And I'm pretty sure, it's pretty safe to say, give me the whole year, I'm still not going to make 100,000 or even close to that. So what has he done that is different from what I'm doing and what I have been doing? I know one thing. I have not pursued it and went after it and reached my full potential. I'm not. I am not going after my full potential. And I think that's probably, you can think of an example in your life of the same thing. You have not reached your potential. You've not gone after it. You have a good job, a decent job. It pays the rent, pays the bills, got the kids through college. You're satisfied with that. Everything is great. And you don't want to change a thing. But you have not reached your potential. Can you feel where I am? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yes, life is good. My friend, he has a good life. It's exciting. It's interesting. He's challenged. But right now, because he's not gone after, he believes he has not reached his potential. He is bored with that. And he knows there's so much more he could have done, so many more places he could have gone if he would have tried or applied or, I don't know, whatever, to go after his potential. So what do we do now? He's 40. I'm 60, in my 60s, 60 plus. I'm beyond that. So what can I do now? I'm not going to make $100,000 this year unless I win the lottery, and I don't play, so that's not going to happen either. I'm not going to make $100,000 this year. The other writer who has been writing a lot less time, he has, and who knows what his potential is. I doubt he's reached his potential. He he is not completely maxed out his talent, his skill, wherever he is, whatever he's doing right, whatever he's doing wrong. He's not reached that yet. So his potential, if right now he can make 100,000 in less than a year, what is this guy's full potential? And will he ever realize that? Will you? Will you reach your full potential? Maybe you just want to start a YouTube channel, but you really don't have a whole lot to talk about. Or you want to write a book and sell books, or you want to go back to school, or it's too late. The place where you are now, you can't, there's no redos. Okay, I married the wrong guy. I chose the wrong education or the wrong degree, the wrong occupation. I'm not going to earn that much money because the field I went into does not earn that much money. My potential, my earning potential is way down there. And it's too late. You cannot change your career. It's too late to change your spouse if you're married. Uh, if you had kids too early, had kids too late, whatever it is, where you live, the teeny tiniest little decisions. Okay, that was a wrong choice. That was a wrong decision. I see that now. That has held me back. But it's too late to do anything about that. You can't undo some decisions. It's impossible. All that we can do is to keep pursuing our potential in the with the decisions that we can control, we can manage. My friend, he's not going to go to this Ivy League school, but there's so much more he can do to reach his potential or get pretty close anyway. So, what are you doing? Where are you at right now? What can you do? You might be like my friend, feeling bored, or like me, feeling way behind everybody else. I've been writing for 20 years. Well, no, I've been published for 20 years. I've been writing a lot longer than that, but I've been published for 20 years. Um, I have, I don't know, 30 books out or whatever. And what can I do? What can I change today? Because I can't go back. I cannot go back to 20 years ago. I cannot go back to the um, Amazon boom for authors between 2014 to 2019. That was like just the boom of earning potential for those. I can't go back to that. There's no turning back the clock, there's no redos. So, what can I do today? What can you do today to reach your potential? It might not be in your first choice, in the first field, the first university, with that, the one you think got away. If only I would have married him or taken him seriously. My grandmother, personal story here, if you're still watching, my grandmother, she had a baby out of wedlock, and the man back then, it was, yeah, it was tough, and it was basically all on the man. If he did not want to marry you once he got you in the family way, if he didn't want to marry you, there wasn't a whole lot back then for women to do. Women have very few choices. So she had the baby, and her whole life went in a certain trajectory. Years later, decades later, she confided, as I was an adult, that he came back to her after the baby was born. He came back to her and he told her he was sorry and he wanted a second chance with her. Well, she was hurt, angry, frustrated. She was in a terrible, terrible situation. Back then, you could almost guarantee you were trapped in a life of poverty once this happened, and that's where she was. But she was just too proud, and he he wanted to come back. He apologized, told her he was wrong, and he wanted a second chance with her. She was so hurt and she was so mad. She said, "No, nope, I'm not giving you a second chance. You didn't want me then. You're not getting me now." And as I was an adult, her granddaughter, so for all those decades, she had been affected by that decision. And she said it was something she would always regret. Because of her stubborn pride, she did not give him a second chance. And knows what would have happened. But I do know for a fact, because I know the life that she lived, her life would have been so much better if she would have given him a second chance and went with him instead of following the path that her life had taken. She had a very, very hard life. And I'm not saying it's all because of this, but a lot of it started because she was a teenage mom, a single mom, no real options, no real choices. And that was just where she was. And she had a terrible, hard, very hard life. She loved the Lord. She's in heaven now. and it's not hurting her now, but who knows how her life could have been different if she would have made that given him a second chance, made a different choice. But she didn't. There's no redos. So wherever you are, whatever position you're in, if you're wanting to write this book, or you regret that you did not give this person a second chance, or maybe you did give that person a second chance and it blew up in your face. A lot of times that's what happens. Wherever you are, whatever you're facing now, we can only move forward. And that's what I want to encourage you today. Move forward. Reach your potential. Like my friend, he cannot go to this Ivy League school, but he can do things. He can find satisfaction, fulfillment in life, and reach his potential, wherever that is. It's going to look different than what he thought back when he was 20 than what it is now, but he can still reach his potential. He can still have a wonderful life, and that's what I pray for him. I just love my friend, and I pray that for you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a blessed day today. Bless someone else, encourage someone else, make someone's day, and make today count.